Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live after 5 a.m. We are here with my awesome Period 1 class, and we are getting ready to do some voice recognition today and try to get this file safe. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Voice recognition, let's go into blocks. Voice recognition, what? All right, we are back. It's a wonderful Friday morning, and we're all wearing college. Everybody wearing college today? What school is that? Where did is that in the United States? Is it? Oh, okay. Somebody told me you can find it by, going north until you smell it, and then go east until you step in it. But I don't know. Maybe that's not true. I don't know. All right. So today, can you guys see my screen? Do you guys need me to project my screen to you? Who wants a projected screen? Okay. So let's go to Land School. Set up my Land School. Windowed. Very nice. You guys have my screen, or you can look at the screen, and we're teaching. Here we go. Let's click on, yeah, you can reduce it. BTN Voice, click on it. You got to start the activity by clicking on it, right? How many people know that? Shrink it. You just got to play with the edges of it and drag it. It'd be nice if you guys could get your app on one screen, like half the screen, and then mine on the other half. Are you with me on that? Okay, so I'm going to go into Speech Recognizer 1. Click it, and I'm going to say, hey, when I click the button, I want you to get my voice text. Start recording what I'm saying. Okay? And then just like the camera, you got to do after recognizing. Okay, so what do you want to do after you hit the speech recognizer? That's what we got to figure out here, right? Thumbs up if you're with me on this. I got one thumb there. Why did I get one thumb? I got two. I got three. I got a thumb and a wave. What's going on over here, Gianna? We getting all this? Okay. So, you guys press the button, right? You're going to start. You guys know when Google comes up and you see that little button and the voice starts, you got those little waves in there. And then after, just like you take a picture, right? And then after you take a picture, what do you want to do with it? You got to tell them what you want to do with it, right? So, what we're going to do here is a big, humongous if statement. Okay? By the end of today, you will understand what a morph button is. Okay? So, let's talk about this little tiny blue button here. I'm going to blow it up. Do you guys see this little blue gear button here? It's tiny. That is called a morph button. What does morph mean? If you would morph into a lion right now, what would happen? You would change into a lion. So when you click this, you're saying, hey, I want to change this if statement. Okay? So if I scroll out a little bit, I can put a bunch of else ifs in there. Okay? If it's raining outside, if it's sunny outside, if it's sleeting outside, if it's hailing outside, if it's snowing outside, if it's lightning outside, we act differently. Does that make sense? So by going to the little tiny blue button, the morph button, does everybody see how to change the if statement and make it larger? I can do a bunch of ifs. I can do else if. I could do an else. An else would be like, if all else fails, I'm wearing jeans. Okay? You guys with me on that? So you can put an else in there at the end. So like, hey, if the first four conditions fail, let's do the else. Okay? All right, so now we need a logical equal to. Okay, so go to your logic box, get the equal to sign. And I need to go, remember how I said these orange coins You always want to look in them. It's like Mario. Okay? This is like a game of Mario. You want to look in here, see what's in here. I want to get my result. I like to put it on the left side. And then go to a text box. Go and get a quote, because you just said something. Now we need to figure out, what did you say? Okay? Are you guys with me on this? All right. So let's say they say red. You want to keep your commands real simple, because Google has a problem hearing what you're saying. Like, I talk real fast, and my Google screws up all the time. Never hears what I said. Okay? So if somebody says red, what are they wanting to do with this program? Change the paint color to red. So have we already done that already? Yes. Now watch this. I'm going to drag this down here. Okay? Okay. Now, I'll also want to show you how to do procedures today, because we love procedures. Okay? So I'm going to click on my procedure and drag out a to-do. Okay? So here I'm going to say what this is. I want to change paint to red. Change paint color to red. Okay? Do you guys see what I did? I created my very own procedure in there, and that procedure I want to call change the paint color to red. So now watch this. I'm going to take all this out and put it in here. Well, Mr. Richter, what are you going to do with this block? Just wait a second. I'm going to go back to my procedures. Now, do you see where it has a procedure populated in here? It says call change paint color to red. I'm going to drag that and put it over here. I'm going to copy and paste that, and I'm going to put it right here. So now both of these calls, if they click on red, it's going to call this procedure right here. Okay? Watch this. If they click on red, it's going to call this procedure. Are you with me? And if they say red, it's going to call this procedure. Are you with me? What happens if you want to have an accelerometer, and when you shake it, and you want to shake the app and then change the paint color to red? What can I do? I go to procedures. I duplicate this. Now when they shake the app, this doesn't really make sense, but I'm just showing you. When they shake the app, I'm calling the procedure to change the paint color to red. Yeah. It's over there. I have some in the printer. By the way, I can always print out my code blocks, and you guys can take them home, look at the printouts. I can't guarantee you it's exactly like yours. Are you with me? But it might be, because I do different classes. We do slightly different things depending on the class, what they ask for. Yeah. So now I'm just going to copy and paste this a bunch of times. How many things can they say? Hello? How many things can you say into Google? How many options do we have of saying? How many options do we have in voice? How many commands can I give this? Huh? As many as you want. Unlimited. You can make this if statement have a million things in it if you want. So right here I'm going to say, what happens if they say blue, right? What happens if they say green? What happens if they say mystery? Okay. What happens if they say random color? Okay. And now I can do a bunch of these, right? What happens if they say change paint to red. Could that be another command? Yeah, so then I just copy and paste this, okay? And now, watch this. I'm going to go copy these procedures, okay? And I'm going to say change paint to blue, okay? I just go right here. I select blue. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say change paint to green. Okay? You see what I'm doing? I'm just copying and pasting this. You go light green if you want, any green you want. And now, watch this. If I go to my procedures list, watch this. Everybody look up here. Do you see how there's more procedures in here now? Before there was only 2 blocks in here. Now there's 5. Why? Because I created it. And now once I create it over here, I have a change paint to green procedure, change paint to blue procedure, change paint to red procedure. Now these procedure names are over here. I can just go down, drag that, right? Go back to procedures. Here's my blue. Put that one in there, and now it calls that. Okay? And now really up here, if I wanted to, I could get rid of these, and I could, this is the same thing. If I wanted to, I could get rid of that. And I could go to procedures and say, hey, change paint color to blue. It will jump down and call that procedure from anywhere. This is like, do you guys ever, I know you do, it's a dumb question. Do when you dial a phone number for the first time, right, do you save it to your contacts? Why do you save it to your contacts? Number 1, so you save it. Number 2, what do you do the next time you call them? Do you type out the number again? Or do you just say, hey, call mom? You say call mom, right? Because you created a procedure that saved and stored that information, and now you just want to quickly call that. Well, that's what we do. We pack this information into these procedures, okay? Pack it into these procedures, and now you can just say, okay, call it. This is what I want to do. Could we have text-to-speech in here? Did we do text-to-speech? Oh my gosh, we never did text-to-speech. So what happens if I had text-to-speech come on, right? And then text-to-speech can come on and say, right here, color has been changed to blue. Okay, and now text-to-speech is talking to us. Copy this, okay, duplicate this. Now here I want to show you something. Okay, I want to show you something about programming because I'm always teaching you how to work smarter, more efficiently, work smarter, not harder. Okay, change paint color to red. So now up here, would I want to copy and paste and put all those text-to-speech inside of here and redo all that typing again? No, I really don't. So watch this up here. I'm just going to delete these blocks. Okay. Where's my? Okay, yeah, I'm going to get rid of this too. Okay. Where's my other paint colors at? Blue, green, and red's down there, right? So right here, I'm just going to go to my procedure and say, okay. Call change color to paint color to green. This one is going to, okay, I don't have one created for mystery yet, so let's make one for mystery. Okay, make a procedure that says change paint to mystery color. Okay, and there it is, and now I can put that in there. Okay, and I can drag this down here. You don't need this anymore. You can delete all this code so it's not just floating around in there. Okay, and now up here I can go, okay, procedure, change to mystery color. When you click on the mystery button, go call this procedure. Okay, I can put this down here now, put all my procedures together. Okay, I can go text to speech down here, put this down here. Color has been changed to a random color. Okay. Now over here, when they say mystery, all you're going to do is say change to mystery color. Uh-oh, look at that. I spelled it wrong. Oh, it doesn't matter. But I'll fix it. Change, okay? Here, this is spelled wrong. Let's say random color. You want to change paint to a mystery color. Okay. So I'm making all these calls. I set up these procedures the way I want them, and then I can call them from anywhere in the program. Okay? You guys see what I'm doing? Who understands how to create a procedure today? Could you create a procedure to move Pac-Man? Could you create a procedure to fire Galaga? Could you create a procedure to end a game? Could you create a procedure to start the game? So you just think about the parts that you want, and then you create that procedure to do that. All right? Else. Okay, now, what happens if they say a command that we don't understand? You go to Google and you say, find me Wendy's, the nearest Wendy's. Do we have it commanded to do that? No. So you need to take your text-to-speech here, and if they say anything that's not in your list, then you need to give them an all call and say, I am unable to perform that request. Okay, so if they say change color to yellow, and we don't have it programmed for yellow, right? Yellow's not a choice. I'm sorry, I'm unable to perform that request. So do you understand, else is everything else out there if they don't say what we need them to say? Okay. How big can I make this voice recognition? However big I want, right? You could put in 500 more commands if you want. What happens if they say Mr. Richter is awesome? Should we be able to handle that? Okay, so grab another else, right? Okay, and what after they? Now here's something great. Watch this. I want to show you. I want everybody to stop what you're doing and watch this for a second, because I'm gonna show you how computers work. This is very important that you understand how computers work. Last year I typed it out like this: Mr. Richter is awesome, and it never worked. Never worked one time. Okay? Siri can come on. Siri can respond. What do you think Siri's going to say? Of course. This is common knowledge. Even Google knows that. Okay, don't put ... or she'll say ... Okay? Yeah, thank you. I didn't spell it wrong. I typed it wrong. So, watch this. I tried this all last year, and it never worked. Okay? So here's one thing I recommend doing, is that when you get this result, do you guys see screen 1 here? Screen 1 has a title to it. Let me go down and show you the title. There it is, title. So what I'd like to do here is I would set the title to be the result. And that way, when you say something into, like if you say goodbye, it's going to say, show you at the top of the screen, goodbye. Or it might say Goodie. You with me? And if you're getting good die instead of goodbye, you might want to slow down a little bit. Are you with me? Because voice recognition is going to get all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm like, man, why is it not doing Mr. Richter's Awesome last year? And I kept doing it, and I finally started printing it out. Guess what? The M in Mr. Richter is lowercase. When I say Mr. Richter is awesome, it'll go lowercase m r dot Richter is awesome. And the M would always be lowercase. And when I had the M uppercase here, it would never, ever work. Okay? Try to put in a command in there, something funny about you, and say like, you know, I am the bomb, or your name is the bomb, or something, and see if you can get Siri to recognize it and respond back to you. Say something cool like, of course, I know that. Duh. Okay. All right. How much time we got? 7 minutes. Let's try to do the file save button. Okay. So file save. Click on the save button. And now we got to go to that file system. And call file, append to file, text name, file name, da. Call file, append to file. So I think we need a counter here so that you have like photo 1, photo 2, photo 3, photo 4. Are you with me? So I think we need a counter here. So I'm going to go back up, go to a variable, and I'm going to call this pick counter. Photo counter. Let's call it photo counter something. Photo counter. 5 minutes. Okay. Set your photo counter equal to 0. When you click on this button and you save, you're going to do some math. Okay. You're going to go to your variables and say, okay, set my photo counter. I spelled it wrong. Let's get it right. Set photo counter equal to 0. When you click, photo counter is going to equal get the photo count, whatever count you're on, and add 1 to it. Go get a number and add 1 to it. Okay? You got photo number 1. You guys, if you ever go to your library, do you notice that if you go to details, your photos are labeled? You guys know that? They have like little numbers to them. Okay? So every time you take a picture, you got photo number 1, take another picture, photo 2, photo 3, photo 4. Are you with me? So then, oh, this is cool. Now we can do an append. Okay, let's do a join. Okay, we'll go get text. And we'll say my photo. Okay, and then join it to this number. I can go get the counter. Why is it not duplicating? It is. Oh, there it is. You're right. Thank you. So does it go into text or does it go into file name? So I'm not 100% sure, so this is what I want you guys to learn how to do here. Go back to your Designer, and we need to do some research on files. So let's go to Storage, and let's go to File, and let's read about it. Append text name, creates the file, okay, so like we need to store it in like places here. Do you guys see how I clicked on this? And we could do XD card. For example, / myfile.txt will read the file SD card, myfile.txt to read assets packaged application. Okay. Methods: append to file, delete, read, save file. Text file name. Okay, so now like we need to get like an SD card, and we need to get a file system so we know where we're going to save this file at. Okay. Thank you. Your homework for this weekend is to we need to figure this out. Okay, we got to study this. You got to read this until you read it, reread it, understand it. I think we need to start creating like a file name and a location right here. Okay, like / SD card / and then like this file name. All right, so there's a big question mark here. We got to figure this out. All right, you're out the door with more. We'll see you. Hope this video helps, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Your homework for the weekend is to do what? Watch Ohio State play and figure out the file save method. By the way, could you do that while you were watching the game? Yeah, you could have a little tablet on you, Google it, okay?